All right. After so much speculation on whether or not this rematch was going to happen, we got the news yesterday. Andre Ward-Sergey Kovalev is set for June 17th, and I'm really excited. I mean, I talked to some people. Some people really aren't excited at all. They're not as excited as me, but I'm definitely looking forward to this rematch June 17th. But the big question here is, are we going to have any controversy at the end of this fight? Is it going to be any different than the first fight? Because I mentioned this before, and I thought Andre Ward definitely got in Sergey Kovalev's head before the first fight, and I think he picked off right where he left off in the first fight with the head games, and I think he's carrying over to this fight because he's definitely playing mind games with Sergey Kovalev with all these kind of insulting tweets. He's kind of jabbing at him, nudging at him, throwing shade at Sergey Kovalev, and Sergey Kovalev seems to be getting real angry. And he's saying that he's going to end Andre Ward's career. But is that the right mentality to carry over into this rematch with Andre Ward? Because I thought Sergey Kovalev in the first half of the fight with Andre Ward in November, I thought he fought a very tactical fight. I thought he fought a very cerebral fight. I thought, he was measuring Andre Ward really good with the jab. And I thought he was throwing feints. I thought he was timing Andre Ward. And I thought he landed a real sneaky right hand. And I thought the jab was the key in the first half of the fight. But Andre Ward seemed to be able to pick up on the timing of that jab, pick up on the rhythm of that jab. And I think that he got underneath it and stepped inside it and was starting to jab with Kovalev, and his jab was getting there before Kovalev's. So I thought he switched things up a little bit. I thought he got a little low, made himself a compact target like he usually does, and took the fight to the inside and kind of made it a little bit ugly for Sergey Kovalev, because when Andre Ward usually gets in that crouch, he's really hard to pin down. And Sergey Kovalev really had a hard time pinning Andre Ward down in the second half of the fight. And that's where I thought, and most people thought, that the fight definitely changed. Whether or not, you thought Andre Ward won more rounds in the second half of the fight, a lot of people thought he did. Some people thought it was even. And even with Andre Ward winning the second half of the fight, like possibly 4-2, in a lot of people's minds, that first half of the fight with the knockdown was enough to still give Sergey Kovalev the victory on a lot of people's scorecards. But nevertheless, I think we can all agree that Andre Ward definitely turned the tide in the second half of the fight. And Sergey Kovalev seemed to fade because of the mauling on the inside, because of the body shots, because of how Andre Ward was holding and hitting at the same time. And I think Sergey Kovalev just didn't know how to deal with some of those roughhouse tactics. And he really didn't know how to deal with Andre Ward getting low like that and still being able to hit him while he was not able to hit Andre Ward. And whether or not you like that type of style, Andre Ward has definitely shown that over the years it's been effective for him, and hence that undefeated record. So, in my opinion, I think there's going to be a couple differences in the second fight. I think Sergey Kovalev is going to fight with a sense of urgency. He's going to fight angry. He's going to have it, in the back of his mind that if this goes to a decision again, the same thing could happen. I could end up at the short end of the stick. Whether or not I think I won or not, it's going to be a different story for me to have to prove that to the judges, because I thought I won the first fight, but they didn't. So I don't want to put myself in that situation again. I think he's going to be saying to himself. So because of that, I think you'll see Sergey Kovalev take more chances in the rematch. And you might even say he may fight a less tactical fight and more of a kind of a brawling type fight. And with that, I think that'll open up some opportunities for Andre Ward, who's a very good counterpuncher in his own right, and knows how to deal with people when they try to take it to him because of his quick foot speed. If you come in on Andre Ward, he has no problem meeting you in that center of the ring and he'll turn it into a dogfight if he has to. You know, he's not going to go punch for punch with you, but he has no problem, you know, counter punching you, catching you on the way in, or sliding in and getting in your chest and starting that inside phone booth war all over again. So if Sergey Kovalev decides to abandon that jab and just walk in and try to throw power shots against Andre Ward and try to, you know, land that one big blow against Andre Ward, then I think it's going to be better for Andre Ward. And also, you know, I think Andre Ward figured Sergey Kovalev out in that second half of the fight. He started really being able to gauge everything and get a sense of and get a feel for what Sergey Kovalev was doing. And he was anticipating a lot of the movement of Sergey Kovalev. And I think he started beating him to the punch, particularly with the jab. I think he was out jabbing Sergey Kovalev in the second half of the fight. And I think when he took Sergey Kovalev's jab away and brought the fight to the inside, Sergey Kovalev definitely looked puzzled. And I think he was getting frustrated. And with that frustration, I think he was getting fatigued, not only mentally, but physically as well, because of the body shots. So I believe that Andre Ward's going to pick up where he left off in the second half of the fight. And I see him winning a really clear-cut decision this time, possibly 9 rounds to 3 or 8 rounds to 4. And that's taking nothing away from Sergey Kovalev. I still think he's definitely a tall task, a tough opponent. Probably the best opponent for Andre Ward, definitely at this 175-pound weight class. But I just think that, you know, Sergey Kovalev fought the best fight he could have fought, whereas I think Andre Ward could have done better, and I think he will do better in the rematch. So I'm looking forward to the fight. And it's really, really odd that a lot of people who thought Sergey Kovalev won the first fight, they don't think he's going to win in the rematch. They think Andre Ward saw something in the second half of that fight, and he was able to exploit it. And they believe that, you know, this next fight will actually be the 13th round of the first fight, and it's going to end up, the whole fight's going to end up like the second half of the first fight did, which I kind of agree with. So let me know what you guys think. Who do you got June 17th? I think this is an awesome fight. I can't wait, and I think that we're going to have no controversy on June 17th. I think we'll have a clear-cut winner, and I think Andre Ward will solidify his place in the light heavyweight division as the true champion. All right, guys, till next time, Beavis out. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.